Chief. Just look natural. Uh, Casual.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Planescape Torment. Okay, Birdcage. I believe that he said that was in the Siege Tower. Well, the Lady of Pain. Sweetie. Hey, hey, hey. What?
This isn't where I wanted to go.
I got mazed?
All right.
It was not expecting this.
This is it.
This appears to be some sort of journal. Sheets of dried human skin have been stretched across a framework of bone, and strangely enough, it appears the sheets of skin have healed together at the seams, forming the spine of a makeshift book. Looks like the outer sheets of skin form a cover for a series of other skin sheets locked inside the bone frame. A series of symbols have been written in blood across the exterior of the sheets of skin, but you can't make them out. They appear to be some sort of writing. They seem to be written upside down, right to left, and at odd angles that make your eyes hurt. Despite the crudity of the writing, you have to admit the design of the bone frame is actually quite intricate. The bones have been carved so that they snap neatly together. It looks like the bones could be unhooked from each other, allowing the book to be opened and read. Skin looks to be the same pallor as yours. Its scar gray surface reminds you of a zombie's hide, and the pages feel more like cured leather than. Unlock the bone frame. You unlock the bone frame, which unfolds with a neat snap. You open the book and study the pages. They are filled with the same strange series of symbols as were on the exterior cover, and they don't seem to make any sense. Try to puzzle out the symbols. Symbols don't seem to follow any pattern, at least any that you can see. The angles in the pictures displayed seem to be completely arbitrary, but you can't be absolutely sure. As you rehook the bone frame, you are suddenly struck with a strange thought that the pages of the interior aren't supposed to make any sense. You, whoever you were at the time, put the symbols there to deceive anyone looking to read the real contents, which are hidden somewhere else in the journal frame. You examine the edge of the frame and you notice that one of the bones has a hairline fracture around one of its ends. Put your hand over the edge and twist off the top of the bone, revealing a hollow space. Inside the space is a small rolled up scrap of skin. This scrap of skin is covered in writing. It looks like someone kept writing over it again and again until it is almost illegible. Nonetheless, you can make out some of the words and some of the symbols. Trapped, trapped. Ladies will be done. Dodge her gaze. Too many I killed. Too many strangle and kill and stop the breath in their throats. There's a way out. I know it. Then I'll give the bladed one the laugh. One of the arches holds way out. One of them does. One has the way out. Can't just keep going through them one at a time. Maybe I should go through one, then walk back to the same portal without. The entry trails off into indecipherable scrawls. For some reason, you have a feeling that was the last entry. Either the incarnation died in the maze or escaped somehow.
Updated my journal.
Okay. So it seems to be implying that I go through one portal and then go back through the same portal again. Same portal without. Hmm. Wait a second. Is this? This is completely isolated. Okay, so they're shunting me to the one on the opposite side. Hmm. One of them does. Go through one, then walk back to the same portal without. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. You see Lenny. He smiles at your approach. Hello, Cutter. I heard about Byron and couldn't be happier. He grins. What can I do for you?
Done.
Grace, I need a sensory touch.
Give me that little girl!
Done.
Xander was. Yeah. How do I get in there? You've proven yourself to be resourceful. Hmm. Uh, you again? What do you want now? My apologies for my impatience, but we are on a schedule here. I need to get into that guarded room there. Eldor.
Mort, I must confess, I'm curious as to how you became a floating skull.
It's a long story involving the head of Vecna. I don't want to talk about it.
That was you?
Could we please change the subject? You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me feebly. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
All right.
Wasn't that Keldor? Okay. All right, join.
Done.
Hey, does anyone around know about? Okay. Questions? Tell me about the tower.
What do we need the succubus for? She'll turn on us, she will.
All right.
Siege tower. That scarred iron wreck, a ward mystery it is, but I have some thoughts on it. First off, it wasn't always here as I understand it. It simply arrived one night and no one saw how it got here. Now you've seen the outside of it, it's seen battle, and it looks like battles that most people could not imagine. Me, however, I've seen the edges of the Blood War, even tackled a Tenari fiend or two when things were desperate, with only my Harmonium fellows beside me, and those scars on the tower look like they were gathered over several centuries at least. Now listen close. My experience allows me to recognize some of those scars that decorate the sides of the tower. Some are acidic blasts, surely enough, from some major sorceries. Some are Tenaric teething blades. Others look like detonations from loth globes or scars. Okay. Uh, duh, duh, duh.
All right. I'm gone.
Come on, we got a special on slaves. Use them for whatever you will. They're right over here. Step right up.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay. Okay, it says to talk to Laszlo. Oh, okay, okay. Uh, as it's reckoned, the ward's got a mess of portals to the lower planes all riddled through it like cheese, so it does. So I suppose that's why the name's stuck, he smiles proudly. When any creatures come out of these portals, his eyes grow a little wider. Aye, they do. Most of them just stopping through. He swallows nervously and looks worried. You look nervous. You've seen this yourself? I have seen it. He pauses and swallows again. 'Twas just last week or so I saw a couple Abishai come through a portal. They talked a good bit, and one of them went back through. The one that stayed here Shade is still there. He frowns. What are they talking about? I don't know for sure. To me, it was just hissing and such, but I think they was talking about the tower. He shrugs.
Updated my
Tower?
journal.
Hey, sweetie. Aye, that's one of the strangest sights to be in the ward. No one really knows how long that scarred old tower's been around. You can't get into it, you know, bolted up tighter than chastity. I'd be curious to know what's in there. He thinks for a moment. The Abishai was gesturing at the tower and the portal. He was looking for the key, I bet. What key? The key to the portal that leads to the tower. Every portal has a key that opens it to somewhere. The key can be a gesture, an item, or even a thought. Many have tried hard to get into the tower. No matter how hard you try, you fail. Maybe the secret to getting in is to not want
Updated
to
my
get
journal.
in. I don't know, Cutter. Maybe. Can you tell me where this
Updated
portal
my
is
journal.
located? Stops to think for a moment. There's a drawbridge-like contraption back of the tower east of the market. That's where it is. He gets a faraway look. All right. Sweetie, hey. No.
I'm gone.
No. You approach the location of the portal that the boy Laszlo spoke of. You begin to replay your conversation with him in your head. Maybe the secret to getting in is to not want to get in, you hear yourself say. Suppress any desire to enter the tower. Inside the siege tower. Oak's metal. You see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge, and the smell of soot and ash fills the air.
Updated my journal.
Greetings. There's the screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realize the golem is built into the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers run through its lower torso and into the walls. The bottom portion of its body makes up the forge itself. What are you? I am iron given purpose. What purpose? I forge the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. You mean forging weapons? That's your purpose? Metal is like flesh. Both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential, allow it expression. What do you make these weapons for? I forge them for the sake of entropy. They are pain-seeking expression. What does entropy need weapons for? Beyond this tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy. The multiverse is your enemy?
Updated
Why?
my journal.
The multiverse breathes. It grows. It stagnates. It forges its chains around the planes link by link. Time, even entropy, may be chained. And you're opposed to chaining entropy? When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death. Except the death you seem to offer is violent and senseless, without meaning. All things have a common ground in decay. War is necessary. Death is necessary. Decay is necessary. And how much of this is too much? There are no limits. Limits are one of the links in the chain of order. Limits must be shattered. Even if death is the result, all must fall upon entropy's blade. The time nears when it will be necessary to breach the walls of creation. Order will be put to the sword. Its chains will be broken. The multiverse will be unmade. Other questions? I need a heavy, decorated wrought iron birdcage. Do you have one? I have such an item. The Dream Builder came to me an age ago. Promised me that my durance in the prison of this city would be near an end when the cage left my possession. I see. Can I have it?
My journal.
Yes, take this cage and lay waste to those who create such confines. Have you heard of a night hag named Ravel? The night hag sought to sunder this city. Her greatest works were those of unmaking. She walked the path of entropy. Hold, before you depart, there is something you must do. Sunder this prison. Free me. My purpose cannot be fulfilled in this cage. How could I free you? There is a planar cube. It can free me from this place. But I do not have such a cube. Then you will find the cube. You will bring it to me. Where would I find such a thing? Location is not known to me. Find it. Bring it to me. Very well, I will find the cube and bring it to you.
Updated my journal. Done.
I've got it right here. Now give me my dreams.
Updated my journal.
I need just one more item from you, and we can build the final process of the dream builder. I need a pillow that has lain inside a coffin. It will stimulate a sleep so profound that you may as well be dead. It opens your mind to the emanations of the dream builder. It is, if I say so myself, a touch of inspiration on my part. I'll get it. Alright, well, at least I know where to go for that. Or at least
My lungs feel like a chimney.
Or at least I think I know where to get it. Coffin maker, of course. I need to buy a coffin pillow. He nods at you. Ah, you are here to purchase then. I assure you, what I do is a labor of love. The real value of my profession is in the building of the coffin, and doing it well. It is an act of perfectly ordered creation. Every piece must fit just so for the betterment of the whole. It is much like a metaphor for the harmonium philosophy. We create order and it is beauty. I just need a pillow. He nods at you again. I need 50 coppers for the basic boards used in construction, though the expense doesn't cover the time. Usually it's either whitewashed or painted some color of the person's choosing. The boards themselves are usually a 16th hand span thick, maybe even thicker depending on the nature of the corpse, whether it's a human being buried or not. Or whether they're worried that the person might get back up again. Laughs. I just need a pillow. He nods at you again. Some prefer Bitopian pine, which is fine and traditional, but I prefer the heavy Arborian oak materials, simply because they have a good weight about them. No. Even a 20th inch of the oak is stronger than a 16th of a handspan of pine. He pauses for a moment. I said I just need a pillow. He nods at you. From there, I might need about a score multiplied by a score of steel wood screws, gauge about 8 by 1 1/4 inch or so. Lots of shops around here carry them. Not a big deal to acquire them. I'll also need some sort of metal pins for securing the interior lining. Best to pick them up with a bunch, and then there's a matter of the battens and corner blocks, depending on how you wish to do it. Are you listening to me? I said I just need a pillow. He places his hand on his chin, and although I usually let the natural wood speak to the color of the coffin for itself, sometimes the person commissioning it wants it painted special or engraved. I don't usually do the finer work for that, though I am skilled but contracted out. He pauses for a breath. And the handles alone are another matter entirely. He nods knowingly. Don't shut up and give me a pillow. I'm going to hit you hard. Then there's the matter of measurements. They can be tricky, and I try and do it myself. Occasionally, a client will neglect to inform me as to the race of the deceased or forget something like the hip width. Sweetie, no. Very important indeed. Also, if the client is still alive, I try and make precautions that the client fill out before they die, you know. Process, then there's the construction itself. Amorous. There's many different ways. Okay. Amorous. You get the impression that he's not going to stop talking now that he is on a roll. You think you finally got his attention. He frowns at you with a confused look on his face. Pardon? I said I need a coffin pillow. That's all, just a pillow. Do you have any? He looks relieved and smiles. A pillow? Ah, I thought you might need the entire coffin. Puts his hand on his chin again. I'm so sorry, but I'm out of stock of pillows right now. I don't know when I'll have them again, what with the warehouse being closed and all. Warehouse? Yes, the warehouse where I store my goods is having internal problems of some sort. New management or some such nonsense. I haven't been able to replenish my stock of late. He frowns. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to its customers. His voice fades away as he thinks, and then he looks at you. Perhaps you would look into the matter for me? I don't have a choice if I want a pillow.
Updated my journal.
I'll do it. No, thank you. Fuck off.
The air is quite bracing here.
I'm gone.
I like to claim something. What is it you were looking for exactly? I'm here to retrieve a pillow for Hammers the Coffin Maker. Pillow? I could certainly use a pillow. A big stone pillow. Here's your pillow, Master Hammerus, and good luck sleeping with it. Can I get you anything else? No, thanks. Farewell.
Done.
I have the pillow for you. Let's get on with it.
Updated my journal.
Anytime you're ready for the dream key, Starred Man, give the word and I'll pass it to you. Give me the key. Pauses as if gathering errant thoughts. Close your eyes and stretch out your hand, he says. You have to feel this key before you see it or it won't function. Do as he says. Feel a touch in the palm of your calloused hand. At first you can barely feel it, but it rapidly glows in solidity in moments until you finally hear Xander's voice. Open your eyes. When you do, you see a simple black feather in the palm of your hand. My work is finished, Xander nods. Use that key on the leftmost door of the foundry and the Dream Builder will open to you. I must go now. I have work to attend to. My thanks, Xander. Farewell.
Updated my journal. Done.
Dream Builder. You find yourself standing under a hangman's noose. A gravelly voice cackles out of the darkness. You dream again? Again? Again! Your body seems strangely light and airy, like you've lost control of it, like the winds blow you where they will. You find yourself floating through a maze of twisted plants and black barbs that tear at your insubstantial body. Creatures of nightmare pull themselves from the ground and walls and rip at your flesh. Their furious attack drives you into unconsciousness. Hold on. Okay, I thought I heard Rose making some noise. You are standing in front of a tower of skulls that babbles at you, but you can't understand the words. Clattering behind you distracts you, and you see a battalion of fiends rushing you. Okay, she's just doing other stuff. She's not. It's whatever. She's playing. You are standing in the maze again, and the stench of death surrounds you. You know you have killed all of them. Cackling voice breaks in once again. Oh, my pretty little puzzle. You have killed these and so many more that I have lost count of them all. You are stricken mute and cannot reply. Come to me, my poppet. Come to Ravel in her black-barbed maze. Come dream with me.
All right. All right. Done.
No one's allowed to peer to the factor Sandoz gets back. Can't go in. Believer, sir. True believer. Okay.
Done.
Tell me some of the other people here. The other people here, well, you've got the brilliant but eccentric Niles Xander, the Githzerai outcast women Kalara, Thildon the Grey, whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name, Heldor the Factor, Sandoz the Factor, the two children of Sandoz, supervisors. Okay. You. My name is Bidai. Okay.
All right.
Greetings, wounded man. What do you need of me? Answers. Tell me of your family. My brother Saros is out of the foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy. Or your brother. Phildon. What, you again? Answer some questions for me, Phildon. Who are you? Where is Sandoz?
All right.
He's moody and all that travel across the multiverse can't be good for your head. You either lose perspective or get too much of it. Either way, it ain't good. I'm hoping he'll make it back safe. Oh. That, the one guy in the Burning Man bar. Like, the guy who was this way, I think. Smoldering corpse, that's it.
All right.
Eb nods to you. Nice work back there, friend. He turns back to his... Once again, okay. Fresh back from negation, okay. You're not really a dustman, are you? She looks around nervously and seems sober-eyed up. Why do you say that? Because you don't act like a dusty and you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money in instead of giving it out for that corpse labor they do at the mortuary. She stifles a squeak of terror and hastens to explain. No, I'm not a dustman. I just found these robes in the street and I didn't have enough money to get good clothes, and I heard there was a dustman thief around. You could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me. I'm not planning on it. You ought to know you're not pulling it off too well. Yeah, this guy. Friend, you've returned. Something wished of me? No, I wanted to ask Dakon to help you. One finds your request most intriguing. Trees in the hive, like cities in limbo. They would stand as a testament to the will of the people not to bow to that which would surround and devour them. Take what has been thrust upon them or left behind and make good of it. I, too, will care for these trees. Thanks. Grace, would you consider it? Grace nods. Certainly, I think that is an excellent idea. Thanks, Anna, could you? What? You can't be serious now. I am, Anna. I'd be grateful if you could just see to give them a fair thought or two. As a favor to me, if for no other reason. Her smirk at last gives way to a smile. Ah, to Bator with it. If you're so sudden cut up in it all, why not? Sure, I'll care about you trees, Cutter, but you owe me, for me time you do.
Mort, what are you again? I don't believe you ever said.
Me? I'm Le Petit Mort.
Any change in the trees yet? Yes, friend, there has been. It's so slight you can barely see it, but look. Fresh sap from the trunk and a handful of new buds. It's only a matter of time now. Thank you again for giving me hope once more.
Have you got the kid?
He had that black barbed seed. As you enter, Mebeth looks up, her face ashen. She looks ill. As you watch, creases spread across the folds of her face like cracks, and her gray eyes flicker as if having trouble focusing on you. I thought you might still be here, Mebeth. Aye. She smiles weakly and her voice is scratchy as if trying to force its way past layers of dust. When she speaks, it is like an echo. I have a little longer. Mebeth, your voice. You're speaking in Ravel's voice. Who are you? Takes a deep breath. Her words come slowly, her voice rattling in her throat. Mayhap. Mabeth has forgotten herself many times over. I have dreamed that I was someone else. Each word is heavier than the last, as if centuries of weight are pressing down on them. Her body seems to shift slightly, as if wanting to relax, let go. How could you not know who you are? How is it ye do not know yourself? Mabeth licks her lips. Many things, even bits of the self, they fall through memory's cracks, shadows of things forgotten. These memory thing pieces may be bad, may be good. But why, Mabeth? Why the disguise when you could have been Ravel again? Here, in this place, all I did was the mending of things and bodies. Setting bones, delivering babes, and all these things I was content. Sighs, as for being that other, that Ravel. He licks her lips again. I think you'd take for granted what a comfort it would be, oft times, to misplace a memory or two. Wasn't sure if you would be here, Mabeth, after what happened. Mabeth nods, every movement is pained. Ay, my precious one, she winces as she takes a breath. Seeing you here, it is like an echo. Little time remains. The threads, these ruffles, they are unraveling as we speak. You in pain? She nods. Yes, yet it is the irony which hurts the most. She gives a sickly smile. An act of kindness, thrice repaid. It is the way of the plains that my few acts of kindness should be the death of me. She laughs softly. Yet I have no regrets. I have questions, Mabeth. I need to know who did this to you. Can you? She holds up her hand to silence you. Precious man, I would have you hear me this last time. Very well. Precious man, she sighs. Alls I wished to do was set the lady free of her cage. Ye, alls I wished for ye was to live. And for me, daughter, she sighs. There is a saying on the plains that a hag's kindness is crueler than her hate and poisons all it touches. I'm sorry things turned out as it did. If I could have saved you, I smile slightly. I do not regret what has happened, my precious. Smile fades, nor should ye. Her eyes film over, and her gaze loses focus. I stay here no longer. Farewell, Ravel. Yeah, let's leave it there. Alright, so I did a little scouting ahead just to save myself any annoying problems, though I have a little bit of an idea of what's coming in the Fortress of Regrets. So I'm just gonna stock up on as many healing items as I can. Alright.
I'm gone.
You see a pale-faced dustman standing guard over the front gate. He is staring off across the city rooftops with a distant expression. As you approach, he turns to face you. Yes? I would like to enter the mortuary. I am here to pay my respects to Dianara, the woman in the Northwest Memorial Hall. He nods. Very well. Follow me. The stern-looking man in black robes, glaring at you suspiciously. You, state your business. My only business is that I am bound for the exit. I mean to cause no trouble. The dustman frowns. You seem skeptical. There are guides that can direct you in the antechamber. Do not wander the mortuary unescorted. Thank you for your assistance. I will go speak to the guide.
Done.
Okay,
All right.
Okay, it's literally the same room where I woke up. There is something about the arch in front of you, something hauntingly familiar. A bone-numbing chill blankets the air between these two black pillars, as if the arch itself bordered on some other colder space. For some reason, you know this is the portal to the Fortress of Regrets. Now all you need to do is open it. Grit your teeth and peel the skin from your left forearm. You clench your teeth and dig your fingernails into your left forearm. With a dry tearing sound, you peel off a strip of skin. The chill between the pillars becomes stronger, almost hungering, as if the portal has opened a crack. Examine the skin. Sweetie. Hold on. The scrap of skin has been peeled from the back of your left forearm. Its scarred gray surface reminds you of a zombie's hide. Feels more like a piece of cured leather than a strip of skin. Prick your left index finger and inscribe a regret on the scrap of flesh with your blood. You prick the tip of your index finger. Before the wound can heal, you squeeze forth several drops of blood. Prepare to scroll your regret. A series of images float across your mind. I regret my past. Whisper the words to yourself, but the regret echoes through your mind. I regret ever asking to become immortal. You scrawl the regret onto the scrap of flesh, but your rapid healing forces you to stop often to reopen the cut on your finger and squeeze forth more blood. Several moments later, you have finished. Your blood glistening on the scrap of skin, a combination of your flesh, your blood, and your regret. Watch the blood dry. As you watch the bloody regret dry, a wave of cold washes over you. You look up. The black pillars to either side of the arch are glowing softly, motes of misty blue light drifting from their sides to form a shimmering curtain between them. Beyond the curtain, you can barely make out a weathered stone causeway leading into darkness. Everybody ready? I have come this far, and it would be rude of me to retire before the final hour. You smile slightly. Even if you were to ask politely, I would not permit it. Seems I have no choice then. Anna? I. Anna glares at Fall from Grace, then turns to you, fire in her eyes. If she goes, I'll go, so I will. I'll not turn stag on you here, I won't. Very well. Dakon, you with me? Your path is mine. Mort, you ready? Mort hesitates, glances at the portal. Glances at you, glances at the portal again, then gives a rattling sigh. Look, I'm not going to say too much here, but, well, there's something I need to tell you. What is it, Mort? Well, it's about where we're going, or actually where we've been. Where we've been? What are you talking about? It's so subtle, you almost miss it. Dakon's blade flickers, the edge dulling. As you glance at him, his hands drop to his sides as if he is preparing for battle. This isn't the first time we've been through this. You see, we've been to this Fortress of Regrets before, though I didn't know it then. Mort, I expect an explanation. No more lies or deceptions. Not now. It's hard to explain until you've been there. Besides, you didn't know the other you. He wasn't exactly the kind of basher to share the chant with us. I mean, I knew what he was looking I knew he was looking for someplace, but I didn't know why, where it was, or what it was. So I couldn't say anything to you because I didn't know anything. I just know what happened when we got there. And what happened? Well, we went to this fortress, and even before we land foot in this place, we're all split up, fighting for our lives. He shudders. So the first thing I want to tell you is if you're determined to go through with this, there's a good chance that anybody who goes through that portal is going to end up somewhere far away from everybody else. Thing is, even split up, we may be your only hope. Why do you say that? Because whatever was waiting in that fortress for you, Chief, had already defeated you once. This day, I don't know how you managed to survive, but if you fail again, you're going to need someone there to pull you out of that fortress. Mort, I need you to tell me everything you can about the fortress. It's important. This fortress of regret stretches on for leagues, Chief. It's a fortress, but it feels more like a plane in itself. All stone, all darkness and shadows. Everywhere, shadows. We go there and we better be prepared. What happened when we first went there? Chief, I don't know what happened to you, but I know what happened to me. I spent my time running from vault to vault, those shadows crawling all over me, trying to bring me down. Then suddenly we were out. Like someone had pulled us back. Hold on a moment. When you say us, it doesn't sound like it meant just you and me. Mort falls silent. Know that I have walked your path many times. Dakon speaks. Slowly, as if measuring each word, his blade has become a misty gray, as if Dakon's mind has drifted. A portion of your path is known to me. 5 walked the path to the fortress. Each died their own death. But who were they? How did they die? I died the death of faith. The skull died the death of courage. The woman died the death of grief. The blind archer died the final and most merciful death. The death of the body. You died the death of memory. But who were these people? The skull was me. Mort says quietly. The woman was some chit named Dianara. I never knew the archer. He was one who knew his targets without seeing them. Many shadows fell beneath his rain of arrows. Yeah, Mort rattles as if shivering. Chief, at this fortress there's shadows everywhere. There was darkness there, and every shadow was Shrock-Lor. Dakon's voice is a whisper, and his dead black eyes seem to be staring at something just beyond you. They are tormented creatures. The wounds in your spirit are known to them. They will attack you through them. They spoke to me like the Pillar of Skulls. Mort's voice drops. They knew. All right, look, you two. I need to know all you can tell me about this fortress. The shadows suffer. They know of torment. They know how to torture you with that which has wounded your heart. When you face them, know that you face that which has killed you once. Dakon, Mort, you and I survived. What happened to the archer and Dianara? The archer died the death of a body. The woman died the death of the spirit. I could not save the woman because it was not your will that she be saved. Her grave was dry of tears. No one knew to mourn her passing. But why did I not want her saved? Your will was known only to you. Right. I can't tell you anymore, Chief, except we're bound to be divided as soon as we arrive. The huge place and it's crawling with shadows. Somewhere in that fortress is something more powerful than any of us. Nothing lives there. The walls are darkness. All right. Before I step through this portal, is there anything else you feel like sharing that you think might help me? Well, Mort pauses. Yeah, there's one other thing you should know. The you I knew before, the you that led us here, wasn't like you at all. What do you mean? All I'm saying is that despite all your asinine behavior, you got more spirit than he ever did. The other you, he was detached from everything. So I just want you to keep that in mind. But that's not all you want to say, is it? No. Mort pauses. There's one other thing. I may not have liked that other you very much, but he was one smart basher. Smartest basher I've ever known. He always had every angle covered. If he died at the fortress, that means... well, You don't think I can succeed, do you? No. Mort shakes his head. It's not that, Chief, because it's not always who's smartest or who's most powerful or who's the toughest. Sometimes it comes down to who you are and what you really want. I mean, once you wanted to become immortal, but in the end, is that really what you wanted? Just be sure of what you want this time, is all I'm saying. Fair enough. Look, Mort, we haven't really talked about this, but you know you don't have to come with me to this place, right? I'll understand if you don't want to. Yeah, I know, Chief. And I can't lie to you. I don't want to go, but I will. Know that once we step through that portal, it isn't going to be just about you anymore. This is our lives you're playing with, and we don't get back up when we die. And we don't get back up when we die. Then why are you? Because of what Ravel said in the maze. Grace's voice is soft. So soft you almost missed it, isn't it, Mort? What Ravel said in the maze. She said you draw people who suffer to you like a lodestone. Mort shakes his head. Maybe it's because you've been suffering all this time. Maybe when you end up settling things, maybe we'll know a bit of peace too. Maybe. Maybe so. Then, are you with me, Mort? Why not, Chief? Mort shakes his head. I mean, we've gone to every other horrible plane in the multiverse I can think of. Why not take that extra step over the cliff? He gives a rattling sigh. Are you ready? Because if you're not... I'm ready, Mort. There's nothing more I can do to prepare myself. Are you with me? Well, Mort glances at the shimmering blue curtain and gives another rattling sigh. Sure, let's go. I mean, any place has got to be better than rattling our bone box in the mortuary, right? All right, then.
I feel stronger.
Negative material plane. The Fortress of Regrets. Oh, did it? Game crashed. All right, I'll be right back. All right.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
Done.
Alright.
Arise, Valor. I have need of you. A great injustice has been done. All right.
War relic. This ancient machine looks like a forgotten war relic. Most of the machine is covered in dust, except for the strange panel with levers at the front of it. Oddly enough, the ground around the panel is disturbed as if someone walked there recently, perhaps in the last few years. Examine it. The panel has a series of gears and levers. Beneath each one are a series of scratch marks that look like they were hastily carved there with a dagger. Some bear no marks, others bear a single slash beneath them, and one has an X. Without knowing why, you know the X lever will help you leave this place. Pull the lever marked with an
Updated
X.
my journal.
It gives way easily beneath your touch, and to your surprise disintegrates into mist, then spreads to your hand, which also begins to fade, then your arm, then you are overcome with dizziness, and the walls are fading out around you. What?
So cold here.
Ah, the fiendling girl.
The transcendent one. Ah, the fiendling girl. Where is the one who brought you here? In a place where you'll never find him. If you think to be taking him, you'll be needing to get through me first. Your words have passion, strength, and precious little reason. If it gives me the strength to gut you, I dunna care. Curious. Your reason for following him here is becoming clear. Enough of your chattering. If it's a fight you want, then could it be that you somehow perceive yourself as special in his eyes? If you're gonna try and get past me, then go on and do it. Fiendling, I have watched the one you follow across many lifetimes. I know his heart. And I know there have been countless others who have felt passion for him. Of them all, you are certainly the least. You are a thing, bastardized by your parents in the plains. Shut your bone box, you hear me? Answer me this, and you will know silence, child. Does the one you follow matter to you?
He matters more to me than my life.
Then die.
pulsating spectral light comes from deep within these fanged pools. Hunt for the panel, then the lever marked with X. Quickly find the X marked lever and pull it. It gives way. Okay, where am I going?
It is difficult to separate shadow from the darkness here. This is not a place meant for the living.
Ah, the Tanari.
So, you are the spider that lies in the center of it all. I have many questions that you could answer. Your goals in this matter have not been entirely clear. My goals are not for you to know, fallen Tanari. My indulgence is all that keeps your black heart beating in your chest. You may leave with your life now, if you will. My heart is neither black, nor do I fear for my life. My companions, my friends, are here in your fortress. I shall not leave until we are rejoined and the man we follow has resolved this matter to a satisfactory conclusion. There is no satisfactory conclusion to this fool's errand. You will leave this place, and you shall leave your undying companion here. Fear not for his life. The only price he shall pay is the loss of memory. As gracious as your offer is, I must refuse your offer to abandon my friends. As for the small price he will pay at your hands, it is the equivalent of death to him. I have traveled with this man for some time, and there are many things I do not wish him to forget. He will forget. It is his fate to remain ignorant. He will forget you, Tanari, just as he has forgotten all who have walked the path of misery with him. He exists to die, forget, and die again. He is nothing. That is your judgment. The fact remains that I do not wish him to forget me, nor all that he has struggled for to reach this place. He has suffered much, and I find my sympathies lie with him, rather than the arrogant creature that postures before me and fights as a coward fights, preferring to kill from a distance where his opponents cannot reach him. You shall torment him no more. Nari, perhaps you doubt my powers here in this place. A demonstration may silence your doubt.
You have done enough harm. Prepare yourself.
You are not. I can forge planes with my power. I can unmake you.
Boy. Oh, of course, now.
I'm gone. All right. Shadows. Ah, the Githzerai. I remember him well. Submit.
I may be bested in battle, but I shall never be defeated.
You cannot hope to defeat me.
I have been here before. This time I shall never leave.
So be it. This is it. I'm hurt. Don't let it end like this. I'm gone. Updated my journal.
I came across a large destroyed clock in the fortress. When I examined it, I felt like I should be seeing something on it. I don't know what. Perhaps I saw another clock similar to this one in the past. Move! Move, man! There's something crudely scratched on the clock face, and you suddenly feel a strange crawling sensation worming its way through the back of your skull. You know what's written on the clock is a message to you, from you.
Updated my journal.
Message card on the clock face looks like it was carved with a dagger. Run. Doors are lies. Use cannons, then portal. Looks like the message was written in some haste. Following the message is a crude arrow, pointing in the opposite direction as the long hand on the clock. Thanks for the advice.
This is it.
Oh, shit. Alright.
Ah, the Githzerai. I remember him well. Submit.
I may be bested in battle, but I shall never be defeated.
You cannot hope to defeat me.
I have been here before. This time I shall never leave.
So be it.
Quickly find the X-marked lever and pull it. It gives way easily beneath your touch, then disintegrates into mist. You take a deep breath, but unlike the other times, nothing happens.
Updated my journal.
In the distance, you hear a roaring sound as if something just opened, and a howling wind is rushing through the vaults. As you try and figure out where the sound is coming from, you suddenly realize you are disintegrating and becoming part of the wind. Now, what's happening? Okay.
Done.
This huge crystal radiates a pulsating spectral light as it hovers above the crater in the middle of the room. The rhythm of its pulses remind you of a heartbeat. It's slow and sickly. Light from the crystal touches the edges of the room like fingers, each ray of light casting a glow on the ruined face of the statue surrounding it. As you touch the crystal, there's a sudden chill, a bright white light, and you whip your hand back. The crystal is like ice, like the chill from Valor's armor. From within the crystal, the sickly white blue light blinks like they have some great beast. Looks like I'll have to put you in the dead book first, Valor.
I am your fate. And fate carries an executioner's axe. Die. Damn.
This looks like a statue of you. It's staring at the center of the room with a disdainful expression.
Die.
Come on.
Die. All right.
This is...
Betrayer.
Come on.
Done. All right. Damn.
My God.
Damn. Betrayer.
Come on.
Damn. Damn.
Okay, how long is this? Come on. How much health does he have?
Betrayer.
Damn. I'm gone.
Come on.
Damn.
Betrayer.
Die. Damn.
Come on.
Die.
Betrayer.
Come on. much HP does he have?
Die. Damn. Done.
Okay, let me see. $250 HP. Jesus Christ. But okay, I'm getting there. This dark stone is covered in dust as if it had been sitting here for years. It looks like a piece of one of the statues that was chipped away, a tracery of strange runes and markings over the stone's surface. Examine the stone. Touch the stone, mouth appears on the side and begins speaking. It echoes as if speaking within a great chamber. Bekon, Mort, Zachariah, Dianara. It is I. I have placed a minor messaging enchantment on the stone. Listen to it fully, then do as I say.
Die.
Justice is eternal.
Oh, okay.
This is it.
The voice takes a breath. It sounds irritated. I don't know how we got separated, but I think the portal that brought us here divided us. It's only a minor setback. When you find the stone, stay with it until I can rejoin you. Based on my divinations, this fortress is the size of several cities. The less you move around, the easier it is for me to find you. The voice takes another breath, then becomes more detached, as if surveying something and speaking about it. I fought my way through the first of the vaults. This place is filled with shadows. Way too many to keep fighting. If you encounter any, run before they swarm you. They're much tougher than the other shadows we encountered before. I think the energies of the plane feed them somehow, make them stronger. The voice takes another breath. There were a series of great war relics within the vault that shifted me from place to place. I managed to lure the shadows to each machine, then shift while they swarmed where I had been. It bought me some time enough to escape. Once I had tripped 4 relics, it opened a portal out. The voice pauses as if something just occurred to the speaker. It strikes me now that the vault I came from might be some strange sort of gatehouse. The relics seem to seal it off from both the inside and the outside of the fortress. Whatever built this place likes keeping the shadows under guard so they can't run loose. The shadows don't have any substance, so they won't be able to use the machines to escape the vault. I'll have to think about that some more. No matter. I'm in a room with a great crystal in it, and I'm going to examine it more closely before moving on. The voice pauses, as if the speaker is looking around. There are 5 statues in this room, and they look like me. They look old, too, like they've been here for some time. As for the crystal, it doesn't seem like it belongs in the fortress, and its size and shape reminds me of something I've read in the annals, some sort of dimensional prison that segments the soul. I don't think it's a coincidence the portal from the main vault teleported me here. I think the crystal's a trap, so don't touch it until we're together again. I mean it, Mort. I'm going to try and find you all now. If you find this reader stone, do not move from this spot, or I may never find you. I have left some supplies for you in the base of one of the statues. Don't waste them. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to find our energy and get out, and we may need those supplies later. I'll see you all soon. Ah. You touch the crystal. There is a moment of dizziness as you touch the crystal, then a slow chill passes through your body. You discover that your muscles have locked, your hand froze into the crystal's surface. There is a moment of silence, then sharp pains splinter through your body like fractures. You feel as if your very being has been turned to ice, then shattered. He has awakened, the good incarnation. Practical incarnation. Finally, I thought I would die again, waiting for him to rise. Paranoid incarnation. Perhaps you will still die. Never forget I watch you thieves, you killers. Killers, all 3 of you. Have a care how you speak to me, you deranged wreck. He was fortunate to reach here with all those traps you scattered throughout the plains. I swear, if I could have crossed the years to put you out of your misery, I would. Two of you be silent. Let us make sure he's alright and save the arguments for later. But who are you all? By the hells, he's lost his memories. Damnation, he's useless to us now. Calm yourself, he's only disoriented, as were we all. Give him a moment to get his bearings. You are all thieves, wearing my body, and you will give it back. I am at the limits of my patience with your howling. Be silent, or this arguing avails us nothing. Give him his space, leave him be. Time is no longer in our favor. I will not stand here and squander another moment while our adversary is no doubt hunting for us. We waited long enough for him to awaken. I will speak to him now. The man before you resembles you, but he carries himself more like a force than a man. His eyes are watching you carefully, and as you study him, you feel him studying you. So, it has come to this. Who are you? I will not surrender my name to you or any man. The man's voice is rough, like yours, and it rings strangely in your ears. As for who I am, you should be asking yourself that. You are one of my incarnations. You made it here with my clues to guide you. We are separate incarnations? How is that possible? The incarnation is silent for a moment, then his expression changes to contempt. If there is anything I have hated about you, it is your countless questions, your desperate fumbling for meaning and answers. The man's voice is like a hatchet, and anger flickers across his features. The time for questions is past. Now you will listen to me. I was the first to breach this fortress, and whatever it is that awaits us here was somehow able to defeat me. It will not best me a second time. You sound as if you intend to fight whatever it is that lurks here. The man gives you a strange look, then studies you. Of course. That's the only reason we're speaking now. I'll need you to be the shell, but your mind must be my mind. Do you understand me? You mean you intend to possess me? Yes. He glances around at the spiked walls, then turns back to face you. Cannot leave this place in pieces. Only one may leave. What are you talking about? You must surrender your will to me. Your knowledge and skills, whatever little you've managed to accumulate in your life, may prove useful. It sizes you up again. It ultimately will be but a fraction of my power, but it might have its uses. Yet you came here previously and were defeated. The man frowns. I was taken unawares, and I did not anticipate that my companions would be split from me upon my arrival. What happened after that is confusing. So even if I were to surrender to you, then we could still fail? Unlikely. I'm the only one who possesses the knowledge necessary to succeed. This moment is the culmination of centuries of planning. Many have suffered and died for us to be here. Their sacrifices must not be in vain. The last sentence unnerves you. It is delivered like a speech, and there is no passion behind the words. And why should I let you possess me? You have no choice in the matter. You do not know how to escape this place. I do. If you refuse to surrender with me, I will refuse to surrender to you. And neither of us will ever be able to leave this place. Only one may leave, and it will not be you. It could kill you. You could try. The man seems amused. You do not have the power to best me, nor do you have the will to force me to merge with you. I would prefer not kill you to escape this place, but it is a small price to pay for our freedom. It makes no sense that one of us die, when by merging I could be strengthened. Why won't you merge with me? With you? He gives a short laugh, almost like a bark, because there is no gain in such a thing. You have lived a fraction of the life I have. I will not entrust my will to a neophyte such as yourself. Let me get my bearings first, and then we'll speak again. The man before you resembles you, but his face seems calmer somehow. He gives a slight smile as you approach, and he nods, as if in approval. Are you all right? Who are you? Have we ever had a name, or was it just the first of us? The man chuckles softly. Know that I am your ally in this. I, like these others, have died my death in your mind. This figment is all that remains. But who are you? His smile fades, and he looks at you with concern. This must be disorienting for you. Let me try and explain. I am one of your incarnations. I was once lost, now I am here again. How is that possible? I do not know. Whatever you touched within the fortress has brought pieces of yourself to the surface. He pauses for a moment, thinking. One of the others may know the means of how this came to be, but it is beyond me. You are a part of me. There are things I must know. Ask. Do you know why I wanted to become immortal? No, I do not. I think it was done out of fear. Perhaps one of the others knows, but not I. Makes you think it was done out of fear. The man smiles slightly, but there is no humor in it. If anything, it is a sad smile. What man wishes to die? He shakes his head slowly, but only the first of us will ever truly know the reason that brought us to this state. In order to leave, you must again become part of me. Will you do so? I had a suspicion. We were not meant to exist as this, and as unnatural as our immortality is, the situation compounds it. He nods. Yes, I will merge with you again. You know you will cease to exist? He nods. Yes, I know. Very well. One last thing. Just this. The incarnation pauses for a moment, searching your features. Before I return to oblivion, there is something I would know. I could spare a little time for this. What do you wish to know? He studies your eyes, his expression somber. Did you live your life, the brief life you have had? In the end, was it worth it? It seemed so short. What little I experienced, I enjoyed, and I do not wish to forget it. He nods, and for a moment you think he's going to say something, but then he collapses, life running out of him and into yours. As he falls to the black stones, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull, making you shiver, and you know the incarnation is no more. Farewell. The man before you resembles you, but his back is hunched, as if he is perpetually afraid of being struck. He's watching you warily, and he hisses as you approach, hands clenching, as if wanting to strangle you. His arms are horribly gnarled and scarred, as if they had been dunked into a stream of acid. His left arm looks like it is holding on by a thread. Literally. Who are you? Know that you will not last long in this place, thief! Spittle flies from the man's mouth, and his face twists in a maddening grin. Mazes and regrets and death are all that are here. You are wasting your time speaking to that one. His thoughts are all angles and spite, nothing more. Stop wasting time. There is much the two of us must speak of. Thief! The incarnation's hands twist as if strangling the other. I will feel the bones of your neck snap beneath my fingers. Take my body back. He turns to you. Thief! You wear my body like a cloak, and you shame me. I am no thief. I stole nothing from you. You stole everything. I awoke on the streets of the Ring City, and all who saw me knew me. He takes a rasping breath. All that you had done, all that you had harmed, they were waiting for me, blaming me, hurting me, until I couldn't take the voices anymore. Fingers grasped at the air, and had to make them silent. You were the one the lady mazed, aren't you? Found your journal, and the other one, the dodecahedron covered with traps. He affixes you with a wary eye. It seems just looking at you is making him uncomfortable. Oh, language of the Uyo. Let us speak in private, just the two of us. As you speak the language of the Uyo, the incarnation's eyes widen, and he stares at you. After a moment of silence, he replies in the same language. Only I know the language of the Uyo. How do you know it? You are correct. You are the only one who knows the language of the Uyo. So if I know the language of the Uyo, I must be you. He is silent, staring at you. It is these others who are not you, for they do not know the language of the Uyo. He nods, slowly. I hear you. This place confuses one's perceptions. We are both you, and now we must become as one. He looks frightened. To your surprise, he reverts to normal speech, and all the inflections to his voice are gone. It is calm, level, and much like your own. I no longer wish to live like this. You no longer have to. All the pain and worry and torment of your existence, I will wipe it away. He looks at you, and you watch as the incarnation loses its mad gleam, and his eyes become more like your own. Yes, I will protect you now. You will know peace. For that is all you ever wanted, isn't it? The incarnation relaxes at your words, his eyes dimming as he locks gazes with you. There is the faintest of whispers, and he falls to the black stones. With his collapse, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull. And there is a flood of memories, and strength, and emotions, and... Steady yourself. dizzy for a moment, then your vision clears and you are yourself once more. Farewell. The incarnation affixes you with a stony gaze as you approach. He looks like he is sizing you up for weaknesses. If you are a part of me, there are things I would know. I will indulge you, but only for a while longer. You were the one who led Dayanara to her death. The man's eyes narrow. What of it? All of it was done with a purpose. Why did Dayanara have to die? Dayanara? That girl had little sense of the planes in her. And that was what I needed her for. See, the dustmen have it right. Sometimes when you feel too much passion, you cling too tightly to life to let go. Neither did Dayanara, as I hoped she would. Why did Dayanara have to die? I needed someone to be my eyes here on the negative material plane, to serve as a scout and try and find out who my killer was. Only the dead can survive here for long, so Dayanara had to be sacrificed so that she could become something other than she was. A tricky business, but it worked. She helped you, didn't she? You didn't have to kill her. He looks at you silently for a moment, then his sneer returns. And this is why you will be defeated if you confront our killer. It is because you are weak, and you do not see that some things are necessary. That wasn't necessary. It was convenient for you. You should have looked for other solutions. You dare lecture me? Women have always walked our path with us. Whether Dayanara or Ravel or any other woman, and they have suffered, and it was always their choice. Dayanara would have died for me if I'd asked her to. There was no crime. I won't discuss it with you any longer. There are other things I would know. Bluff. I intend to merge with you. So be it then. His eyes become gray like mist, and he gives a slight smile as if in anticipation. We shall see what your mind has in store. You lock gazes with him. His eyes are like stones, and they start to drag you down. Lock gazes with him, try and force him to merge with you. As you swim in the corridors of his mind, the first emotion you encounter is surprise, and his eyes widen. He is not absorbing you. Your will is stronger, and it is consuming him. You feel him desperately trying to pull back, but he cannot. He is too weak, and your will blocks his retreat while drawing him deeper into your subconscious. This is the last time we shall ever speak. Return to death, where you belong. He looks incredulous for a moment, then he disintegrates, and you feel a rush of knowledge pouring through you, fighting to the surface. It's almost too much to absorb at once, and you find yourself disoriented. So much knowledge, so many experiences that... And as quickly as it occurred, the rush subsides, and you will steady yourself. The bits of knowledge swirl about in your mind, and you will make sense of them later. For now, only one piece of knowledge is important. The Incarnation did not know how to leave this place. He lied to trick you into surrendering. Damn it.
I feel stronger.
Okay. Before you is the ghostly form of Dayanara. Her spectral gown seems stirred by some ethereal breeze. Her eyes rest on yours, and you feel a strange, disjointed sensation, as if you are looking at several pairs of eyes at once. Dayanara? My love, at last I have found you. I searched for you after you were divided by the crystal. This fortress spans hundreds of miles, and I feared you were lost to me. Her ghostly eyes take your measure, searching your bodies for new wounds. Are you well? I think so. The crystal divided me, but I am one again. Now I am trapped here, however. I suspect trapping you here was the crystal's true purpose. but it poses no barrier for one such as I. She closes her eyes. Much do my eyes see, and the halls of this fortress are well known to me. If you are trapped here, my love, I shall see to it you are set free. Where is it you wish to go? Okay, hold on. I wish to speak to you for a moment and tell you how you died and why. What are you speaking of? When I brought you to this fortress, it was my intention that you die here. I needed someone to remain behind so that they would serve as a link to this place. I knew because you love me so much that your love would stave off death and allow you to become a spirit, and that is why you suffer now. Dianara's face is a mask as you speak the words. Truth. I am sorry, Dianara. Do you love me? If you say yes, my love, then nothing that has happened matters. Though I did not know you at first, I have come to love you. Your suffering has become mine, and I have found that I will do what I can to help you. Then I will aid you, my love. Tell me how I can help you, and I shall do it. I am trapped here. Can you help me escape? You are here, my love. Where is it you wish to go? I wish to go where my mortality is and recover it. As you wish, my love. She stretches out her hand. Touch my hand, and the walls of this fortress shall be walls no more.
I forgive what you have done. I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
Done.
Fall from Grace, Dakon, Donna. Oh, whoops.
I forgive what you have done. I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
Wait a second. Fuck.
I forgive what you have done. I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
I'm gone. So you have come. Then you shall die again.
Transcendent
So you have
one.
come. You are unwelcome here, Broken One.
What have you done to my companions?
Are they dead? Yes. Unlike you, they have but one life. And they wasted it for your sake.
They died for you as they always have. Such is the way of all mortal things. It is the fate of all that follow you, Broken One. You have forgotten much. Why did you do it? They tried to harm me, here of all places. I defending myself. In doing so, mortality claimed them. Their deaths were by their own hand. I gave them the opportunity to depart this place, but they seemed determined to help you, despite the cost to themselves, so you killed them. The tiefling girl was especially fierce in your defense. Her feelings for you burned brighter than Elysium's fires. And the Tanari, she was quite strong. Her tolerance for pain would have shamed the Betezu themselves. I took no pleasure in their deaths. And why did you do it? It was not my will. It was not I that brought them here. All of them had a choice, and they chose to die for you. It has always been the way of all that follow you, for they are tormented souls seeking a release, but they know not why. You have forgotten this, and you shall again. I know you for what you are. You are my mortality. Your armor, it is twisted like tree branches. Such things speak of Ravel's magics. Yes, I am that which was split from you by the hag's power. I am that which walks with all life. My voice is a death rattle, a last breath in the throat, the whisper of a dying man. I have been freed from the prison of your flesh. Freed from me? The moment I was split from your cancerous shell, I knew life. I knew freedom. I shall not surrender it to you. You have proven quite troublesome to me in my previous incarnation, Spirit. We were not meant to be separated. You know nothing of meaning and separation. Before your memory dies again, know that we were never meant to be as one. This shall be the last time you and I speak. Broken One. Then there is something I would know, Spirit. I have traveled far, and there are many questions you can answer. I will indulge you this one last time, then this fortress shall be silent again. Then my questions are these. Ask your questions, but know you shall never remember the answers. My companions, their lives are mine to take, not yours. I want them resurrected, now. No, they are dead. Dead they shall remain. So you don't have the power to save them? So your powers are limited. Do not question my power here. In this place, there is nothing I cannot do, now that I am free of you. But it is not my will that they be saved. They challenged me in my home, and their deaths shall be reminders to all that challenge me. You can't resurrect them, can you? Broken One, in the span of your forgotten lifetimes, I have observed, learned, and gathered power within the vaults of my body. When you fought in the Black Decade War, all your military knowledge was carved in my mind. When you danced sorceries with Lum the Mad, I learned with you. And you have forgotten, all you have forgotten, I have not. The power over life and death is but a minor display of my power. You say you learned with me. What I experienced, you experienced. Are you saying we share a link, you and I? It is a small thing, of no consequence. Dianara told me that I could reverse death only when the victim had died close to me. But what she awakened in me, are you saying that was only a fraction of my power over life and death? Your mind is a broken stone, its edges dull from misuse and neglect. Even if you knew power, you would not know how to harness it. If you claim you have the power, then I must have the power too, even if I wasn't there at the moment of death. You do not have the years needed to learn the arts of life and death. You will fall before me. You feel a stirring in your mind, and you suddenly realize you do possess the years needed to learn, for you knew it all once across multiple incarnations. But the process will take time, and you know your mortality will not allow you the time you need. You may have the time to resurrect one companion, but no more than that. Resurrect Anna. Sweetie, no. You reach out with your power. There is a rush of air and Anna stirs. She raises her head slowly, then shakes it, confused. Found my... Hey, sweetie. Ow, 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 ow. I found my mortality, Anna, and it turns out it doesn't like me much. I need your
I'm
help.
gonna stand by you.
Anna's eyes take on a steely glint, then she nods. I'm gonna stand by you. Let's do it, then. This will not help you. You have raised your companion to die a second death. Even if we die, I'll come back for you. I swear it. I'll track you down again, no matter how long it
You know, I've
takes.
learned some new tricks.
No, that is no longer possible. I have ended the lives of all that have guided you to this place. The night hag that cursed us. The angel that shields itself with golden lies. Soon, the fiend that aided you will die as well. You led me to all of them. You have allowed me to hide my presence forever. There is no one left in all of existence who can tell you how to reach me. This shall be the last time you trespass in these halls. The halls of this fortress shall be silent again. You will trouble me no more. I am the light in the darkness of this fortress.
I'm gone.
Working in this thing.
I'm gone.
Trigger's not working in this thing.
You have forgotten much, and will do so again.
Trigger's not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in this thing.
is what I am.
I'm
Yet
hurt.
You still challenge me.
Don't let it end like this.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. I know I can use the bronze sphere. I'm not fighting that guy.
This is it.
Okay. Let me...
I'm gone.
Rose? Hey, 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 hey. Sweetie. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's more dialogue if I talk like this. That woman, that ghost. The hunched man's eyes well up in fury and spittle flies from his mouth. She tormented me for years, pursuing me, hating me, and you were the one that killed her? The incarnation barely even glances at the howling one and merely sneers. You blaming me for anything is laughable. He turns back to you. It wasn't out of malice, though she did become tiresome. Just that when I arrived in the fortress, I didn't intend to stay. I just wanted to get in, sacrifice her, then get out. The third incarnation speaks softly, but he sounds pained. Why did you do such a terrible thing? I needed someone to be my eyes here on the negative material. Okay. You didn't have to kill her. You built that tomb beneath Sigil, didn't you? The one with the traps? I'd almost forgotten. Yes, what a waste that was. The incarnation seems irritated. Obviously, that didn't work, and it cost a lot of blood and coin, too. Worthless! The second incarnation breaks into uneven laughter, but it's more gleeful than mad. It was easy to breach that child's trap. I found it and changed it to make it harder. Changed the writings. The first incarnation frowns at the second. He looks like he's barely restraining himself from attacking the other. Yet another thing you will answer for. He turns back to you, though I suppose it doesn't matter. It was shortly after the failure of the tomb trap that I decided to carry the battle for our killer rather than wait for him to show any longer. Were you responsible for the tattoos on my back, the ones I read when I woke up in the mortuary? The directions? He nods, irritated. Of course, I was responsible. I knew there was a chance I might fail here and lose my memories. I wanted future incarnations to benefit from some guidance, so I had the directions stitched on my back, since such things, like journals, he snarls as if angry with himself, tend to be lost so easily. Why did you put that warning about Mort on the back? Is Mort still alive? The incarnation stares for a moment in disbelief, then he starts laughing. Ha! That piking skull couldn't be trusted further than I could throw him, claiming he had information when he didn't. Then I had to go through the torment of prying him off the Pillar of Skulls. Then he feigned ignorance once he was off it. The incarnation scoffs. I humored him, since he told me everything I needed from him. Feigned ignorance? Oh yes, the man smiles. Once a liar, always a liar. It takes a stronger mind than the skulls to give me the laugh, though. What was his game? What more did he have to lie about? The young carnation smirks. It is of no matter. Let the skull have his secrets. They are worthless to me. Are you the one who asked Farad to get the bronze sphere from the catacombs? Farad? The incarnation thinks for a moment. Oh yes, the trash king with all the tough bloods that thought I was easy prey. He smiles slightly, as if recalling a pleasant memory. After only a little bloodletting, I struck a bargain with him. He would see to it that if his men found me, they would take me safely to the mortuary, and, of course, I needed the eyes and hands of his men to scour the catacombs beneath Sigil for me. For the bronze sphere? Yes, I told Farad it was the only thing that would save his miserable life. What a sniveling little dodger he was. The incarnation smiles at you. You see, the old bastard was destined to end up on the Pillar of Skulls when he died, and he was desperately trying to weasel out of it. So I told him that there was an item beneath Sigil that would save him from his fate, if he could only find it. But it wouldn't save him. It was just something you wanted him to find. Of course it was useless to him. One cannot dodge fate so easily. He looks at you irritated. However, nothing motivates a man faster than telling him what he seeks will save his soul from eternal damnation. I intended to take it from him after he found it. It's just that searching for it myself would have taken too long. He smiles again. And why should I do it when I could have someone else hunt for me? Actually, he ended up tricking me into finding it for him. Why was it so important? Important? Do you not know? The incarnation becomes silent for a moment. You have it with you? No, it died with Farad. Out of curiosity, what did it do? It was a dead sensory stone. The incarnation is staring through you, as if seeing something far away. Do you know what it contained? He smiles ruefully. It held the last experiences of the first of us, when we were one man and not a string of incarnations. His voice drops. If there had been some way of unlocking it, I would have been able to see inside his mind and see why all this happened. Yes. The incarnation's face has become somber. This is the answer I have always sought. Why this happened. Why we became immortal. He sighs, and I fear we shall never know. The third incarnation interrupts. Perhaps there are no answers to such a thing. Perhaps there never was. I don't deal in the realms of perhaps and maybe. The first incarnation sneers. I seek answers. It is what has allowed us to get this far. He looks at the third incarnation with contempt. If we had left life in your hands, we wouldn't even have a fraction of the truth. Even a fraction of the truth we now possess. And in that truth lies power. He turns to you. You will realize that when we merge. I brought the sphere with me, you know. You have it? The incarnation's eyes flare. Then your life had some use after all. You watch his eyes flicker as if thinking, calculating. When we merge, I will see about finding a means to unlock it. Perhaps all is not lost. Bluff. Then, very well, I am ready to merge with you. So be it then, okay?
I feel stronger.
Who are you? Have we ever had a name? Do you know why I wanted to become immortal? What was your life like? It was quiet and long and filled with much of the pain and the joys that one would expect in life. I served as a cartographer for a time, and I walked the plains for several years. How did you die? In the end, as I traveled upon the fields of Bytopia, terrible shadows took on life as I lay sleeping. I died as I felt their claws upon me. They are the shades of all those that died in our place. The man looks pained. Yes, I know that now. One cannot be in this place of regrets and not feel their agony. I have had countless lives. Why are there only 3 incarnations here? I do not know. Perhaps we were the 3 pieces that were somehow still present in your mind. Present? How? I do not know for sure, but I would guess that when we die, traces of the former personality may remain in your mind, and I know that sometimes we may make ourselves felt. How? When you are about to place yourself in danger or were close to realization, for example, I found that I could stir, help prod you in the right direction. So you were that crawling sensation I kept feeling in the back of my skull? I would be at a loss to describe how it felt to you, but it is possible, yes. Before you said that when we die, traces are left in the mind. My understanding may not be complete, but yes, it seems to be the case. And we may make ourselves felt in small ways. So is it possible that the first of us, the real one of us, before all the incarnations, might still be buried somewhere in my mind? The expression on the incarnation's face flickers for just a moment, but it is like a window, and you suddenly realize who it is you are speaking to. You were the first of us. The incarnation's eyes take on a haunted look, and his gaze turns away from yours. I know what you are thinking, but it is not the case. You think that knowing the mind of the first of us will somehow help you here in this place. It will not. But why? I have so many questions that you can answer. Why did we become immortal? Why? Because if we die, truly die, the incarnation looks up at you, and his eyes are like steel. Death's kingdom will not be paradise. Not for us. If you spoke to these others that were here, know that a fraction of the evil of their lives is but a drop of water compared to the evil of mine. That life, that one life, even without the thousands of others, has given a seat in the lower planes for eternity, but you seem so much calmer, more well-intentioned. I became that way, yes, because for me, his voice takes on a strange echo. It is regret that may change the nature of a man. He sighs, but it was too late. I was already damned. I found that changing my nature was not enough. I needed more time and I needed more life. So I came to the greatest of the Grey Sisters and asked her for a boon to try and help me live long enough to rectify all the damage I had done, to make me immortal. And Ravel did, but when she first tested your immortality and killed you, you forgot everything. Everything. He looks broken, and the planes have been dying ever since. The crime is great and the blame is mine. There are so many questions I have for you. Who are you? What was your life like? Who? The incarnation shakes his head, cutting you off. When I become no more, when I merge with you, you will have the answers you seek. It may take some time to sort them out, but they are there. Smiles ruefully. It is difficult to communicate a life with words. Very well then, we shall become as one. Are you ready? One last thing. Just this. The incarnation pauses for a moment, searching your features. Before I return to oblivion, there is something I would know. Spare a little time for this. Okay. Farewell. As you hold the sphere up this time and examine it, you feel the memories of the first of your incarnations stirring within you, but it is not an insistent or driving force. It is calm, like the thoughts of a man walking across a great distance to speak to a friend he hasn't seen in ages. As you feel his presence in your mind, you see the sphere in a different light. Not as ugly or hideous, but as something precious, like a newborn child. The sphere is the repository of your last moments before you met Ravel on the grey waste and asked the impossible of her. You know why you asked her, and you know that all you need to do is touch the surface of the sphere with both hands and feel regret, and the stone will open itself to you. Clasp the stone and feel regret. The sphere wrinkles in your hand, the skin of the sphere peeling away into tears and turning into a rain of bronze that encircles you. Each droplet, each fragment that enters you, you feel a new memory stirring, a lost love, a forgotten pain, an ache of loss. And with it comes the great pressure of regret. Regret of careless actions, the regret of suffering, regret of war, regret of death, and you feel your mind begin buckling from the pressure. So much, all at once, so much damage done to others, so much so an entire fortress may be built from such pain. Try to focus, keep your center. Suddenly, through the torrent of regrets, you feel the first incarnation again. His hand, invisible and weightless, is upon your shoulder, steadying you. He doesn't speak. With his touch, you suddenly remember your name. It is such a simple thing, not at all what you thought it might be. You feel yourself suddenly comforted. In knowing your name, your true name, you know that you have gained back perhaps the most important part of yourself. In knowing your name, you know yourself, and you know now there is very little you cannot do. The first incarnation's hand is gone from your shoulder, and he is watching you with a slight smile. That was my name all along, but if I was... First incarnation holds his finger to his lips, silencing you. He nods at the symbol on your arm, as if indicating you should make use of it. Examine your arm. The symbol of torment, seems brittle somehow, as if it is only barely holding itself to your skin. Unconsciously, you reach out and peel it from your arm. It gives way with a slight resistance, like pulling off a scab. As you hold the symbol, you know you can harness its power. It no longer rules you. I no longer wear the symbol. Does that mean... As you get halfway through your question, you realize there is a heavy silence within your mind. You can no longer feel the presence of the first incarnation within you. Take the symbol of torment. Your wisdom marks you as one of the wisest individuals in the multiverse. You gain a tremendous bonus to all earned experience points. Charisma is the stuff of myth. Your leadership, presence, and ability to command could lead the planes to war. Your intelligence is lit. There's no limit to the amount of spells you can put in your spellbook. Okay, let me check this. Okay. Wait.
I forgive what you have done. I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
Oh, wow.
I'm gone. So you have come. You are unwelcome here, broken one. wasted it for your sake.
Okay. Killed them, yes. Okay. Then there is something I would know. I've traveled far and there are many questions you can answer. And this is my final question. What can change the nature of a man? Question is meaningless. Nonetheless, before there is an ending between us, I will hear your answer. Then this is my answer. And you are the proof. Nothing can change the nature of the man. If there is anything I have learned in my travels across the plains, it is that many things may change the nature of a man. Whether regret, or love, or revenge, or fear, whatever you believe can change the nature of a man can. Then you learned a false lesson, Broken One. Have I? I've seen belief move cities, make men stave off death, and turn an evil hag's heart half-circle. This entire fortress has been constructed from belief. Belief damned a woman whose heart clung to the hope that another loved her when he did not. Once it made a man seek immortality and achieve it, and it has made a posturing spirit think it is something more than a part of me. Your defiance will hurt you more than any wound in this place. Belief cannot change the nature of a man. I think it can. I think belief could even unmake me if I believed it enough. You do not possess the force of will for such a thing, so you admit it's possible. Do not try my patience, Broken One. Focus your will inwards. Center yourself. You are a fool to think you can achieve such a thing. You can barely keep your own tattered mind intact. There is nowhere left for you to fall, Broken One. Keep focusing. Stop! You know not what you do. I know what I do. You have tormented me enough, and now it ends. If you do this thing, we shall both be undone. There is no one fate here. You destroy us both. Then we shall both die. I shall unmake us both, creature.
How is this possible?
Oh. I was expecting a little more. Yeah, I don't much care for that.
I forgive what you have done. I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
I'm gone.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit an unsatisfying ending. I was expecting more.
So you have come. You are unwelcome here, Broken One. Are they dead? Yes. Unlike you, they have but one life. And they wasted it for your sake.
Okay. As I see it, I have two choices. Either I kill us both, or I let you kill me again and again, losing what few pieces of my mind I have left. I think I'd prefer we both die, unless you have a third solution. There is no other resolution to this matter. I think there is. We can become one again, as we were meant. You know not what you do. If we are reunited, then it shall be an ending. There shall be no future for us. We shall go on to further torments. I am willing to risk such torments. I tire of fighting you across the plains and across time. It ends now. If we become one, we shall suffer. There is too much of the nature of the first one in us for us to be saved. We shall be damned. You know not what you do. No, I know very well what I do, and I think this is the only answer. Prepare yourself. Know that I have always hated you, Broken One. When we are one, I will continue to hate you. When your shell dies at last, know that I shall take pleasure in your death. You shall know no pleasure, creature. You shall be my servant, and all you have accumulated across lifetimes shall be mine. Know that my hatred for you will unmake the plains. Prepare yourself. We shall be as one again until your last moments of life. Before we do, what of my companions? I would see their lives become their own again. I am mortality itself. The nature of life and death is something I know well. When we are one, my knowing shall be yours. Very well, I am ready to become mortal again. Yes? Okay, yeah, this is a much better. As you reach out with your power, Mort suddenly floats into the air. Hold up, Chief. You don't need to resurrect me. I was just kind of lying here, listening to you two. You were feigning death. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm already dead, and, Chief, what happened to your voice? I am something else now. Time runs short, and soon time and fate will catch up with me. I will return you to Sigil, Mort, if you wish it. What? Return me? What about you? Come on, Chief. I may be a coward, but there's no way I'm leaving you in this place. Many are the crimes that were committed when my mortality and I were split. These crimes carry a price. You may not go where I will soon be. Well, I could go with you anyway, Chief, if you wanted me to. I mean, we've been through worse. Not this time. Perhaps one day you and I will meet again on another plane, but not now.
I get all misty-eyed, but, it's been a pleasure, Chief.
Mort stares at you for a moment, then sighs. Not to get all misty-eyed, but, it's been a pleasure, Chief. Farewell, Mort. You reach out with your power, there is a rush of air, and Anna stirs. She raises her head slowly, then shakes it confused. Anna, are you alright? Anna's eyes widen as she hears your voice. What happened to you? Your voice, it's like echoes, it is. I have changed. I am something else now, and I cannot remain here much longer. I will return you to Sigil if you wish it. Anna opens her mouth, then pauses. Where are you going? Many are the crimes that were committed with my mortality. Okay. There is a place reserved for one such as I on the lower planes. It is punishment of a sort. But I don't want you to go. I will not forget how much you were willing to sacrifice for me, Anna. Anna nods. She looks like she is about to say something else, but then falls silent. But the unspoken thought remains in her head, lingering. I do not need your words to know your heart, Anna. Farewell. Dakon. As your power touches him, Dakon takes a staggered breath, then looks up weakly. It looks like he's barely clinging to life. Awaken, Dakon of Shrock, last wielder of the Karach blade. As he hears your words, Dakon slowly nods. Your voice. Have you at last come to know yourself? Yes, it was a difficult thing, and it cost many lifetimes. Many suffered so that I might know myself again. The knowing of oneself is a difficult path. In knowing it, I know where I shall soon be bound. Time and fate come here even as we speak. I will not be here much longer. I will return you to Sigil, Dakon, if you wish. Dakon falls silent for a moment. When he speaks again, his voice is sharp, as if severing a link. Know that once I owed you a debt. Know that you saved my life, and know that I followed you to settle that debt.
I have paid for your life with mine. The debt is settled.
Very well, Dakon. Our two deaths were as one. You will leave this place with your freedom. As your power touches Fall from Grace, she rises dizzily to her feet. Even disoriented, she somehow manages to maintain her composure. Fall from Grace. Fall from Grace looks up and she holds your eyes for a moment. Then she smiles. But it is a slight smile that carries more sadness than anything else. Your voice, so you have found yourself at last. Yes, and the price was high. Cost was many lifetimes, mine and others. The price of such a thing is seldom measured in copper. Fall from Grace studies your features. Are you still? I am still the one you know, but my perspective has changed. I have not forgotten you, if that is your fear. Fall from Grace smiles again, the same sad smile as before. No, that was not my fear. I cannot remain here for much longer. My punishment calls, and fate and time shall soon be here. I will return you to Sigil if you wish. That is not my wish. Fall from Grace reaches forward, and her hand lightly touches your arm. There's a slight tingling sensation, barely felt, then she takes it away. I will find you again, no matter where in the lower planes you will be, just as you shall be able to find me. It may be a long time. Where I am bound, time is not measured in years, and the crimes I have committed are stronger than any cage. No cage shall separate us, and no plane shall divide us. Fall from Grace's face becomes like stone. Keep thinking of me, and we shall meet again. I shall not forget all you sacrificed for me. She shakes her head. Just do not forget me. Time lays waste to all things, but I shall fight it as long as I
Time is
can.
not your enemy. Forever is.
Perhaps so. Farewell, Grace. The Blood War. right, that was a much more satisfying ending. So yeah, that is it for Planescape Torment. That was good. I really wish it didn't have all that combat grafted onto it. I did not care for that. I was much more interested in the story, which was good. Yeah, I liked it. Not a groundbreaking game for me, but fun. Good. Very good. FF7, Final Fantasy 7 and 8 for inspiration. Alright, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I'm glad I finally played it. So yeah, that is it for Planescape Torment. I will be back I'll say tomorrow. Tentatively tomorrow or Monday, I'll be back with Elden Ring, where I'll finally take on Carrion Manor. So yeah, that is it for Planescape Torment. Thank you all for watching. Everyone have a good night and a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.